As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting elongated shadows across the quiet suburban street, the tranquil neighborhood transformed into an eerie landscape. The summer heat had driven most residents indoors, seeking refuge in the cool embrace of air-conditioned homes. But for Sarah, the lure of the warm evening breeze was too enticing to ignore. Sarah, a curious teenager with a penchant for adventure, found herself wandering the deserted streets. She often enjoyed exploring the neighborhood during these twilight hours, reveling in the stillness that enveloped everything. She roamed the familiar roads, her flip-flops slapping against the pavement. However, on this particular evening, an unsettling feeling gripped her. The usual sense of tranquility had dissipated, replaced by an oppressive darkness that seemed to emanate from the very air itself. Goosebumps prickled her skin, and an inexplicable sense of being watched made her heart race. Drawing her thin cardigan tightly around her, Sarah quickened her pace, the rhythmic echoes of her footfalls magnifying her anxiety. The flickering streetlights overhead cast sporadic illumination, creating a disorienting dance of light and shadow. The once familiar landscape now seemed alien, like a distorted reflection of reality. A distant rustling in the bushes startled her. She froze, her breath caught in her throat. Squinting into the obscurity, she strained to make out the source of the sound. A chill crawled down her spine as a pair of gleaming eyes materialized from the darkness, fixed upon her. Her instinct screamed at her to flee, but her feet remained rooted to the spot. The eyes drew closer, revealing the form of a black cat, its fur sleek and eyes unnaturally luminous. Sarah let out a shaky laugh, berating herself for allowing her imagination to run wild. But as she turned to continue her walk, the cat's eyes followed her every movement. Unease gnawed at her, and she hastened her steps, desperate to shake off the sense of being pursued. The cat, however, persisted, its shadowy presence a haunting companion. Finally reaching her house, Sarah stepped onto her porch, the cat's gaze unbroken. With a deep breath, she pushed open the front door, hoping to leave the unsettling encounter behind. Yet, when she turned to close the door, the cat was there, perched on her windowsill, its eyes penetrating her very soul. Days turned into weeks, and the cat's spectral presence continued to haunt Sarah's every step. She shared her eerie tale with friends and family, but their skepticism only deepened her isolation. Sleep became elusive, as the cat's unblinking eyes invaded her dreams. One night, unable to bear the weight of her unease any longer, Sarah ventured into the attic, rummaging through old family photographs. And there, among faded images of relatives long gone, she found a photograph of herself as a child, cradling a black cat with luminous eyes. The revelation hit her like a tidal wave. The cat that had been stalking her was the same cat she had held so many years ago. She felt a strange connection to the feline specter, a bond that transcended time and logic. As the truth settled over her, the cat's presence became less menacing, more comforting. And then, one moonlit night, as she sat on her porch steps, the cat appeared before her once more. But this time, as its eyes met hers, the world around her blurred, shifting back to the time of the photograph. She stood in the very same spot, a child again, holding the cat. Tears welled in her eyes as the cat nuzzled her hand, its form gradually fading into the darkness. With a bittersweet smile, Sarah understood that the cat had never meant to harm her. It had been a guardian, a protector from a time she could barely remember. As the spell released its hold, Sarah found herself back on her porch, the present day restored. A sense of closure and peace settled within her, the weight of the past lifted. She gazed into the night, the stars shimmering like distant memories. Thanks for watching.